we'll see Mac Jones and the New England Patriots taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Mac Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Jones throwing on first down. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Jones. And he fires one incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
On first down, Stevenson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones, and caught by Henry. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me. Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn it and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Tackle by Jordan Elliott. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it to Henry. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here's Jones on first down. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 19 carries, 75 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's 1 big game away from maybe leading the league.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Olszewski. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well. They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
They'll run on first down. It's Stevenson, and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Jones now throwing on first down. He's to the 10. Open man right side, Myers. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Here's Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And his throw here's incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give running right is Chubb. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Second and 5 now. Jones. Catch is made by Harry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Stevenson again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point up and good by Fulton, and it's now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Myers. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will have a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Rolling to his right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Jones on 1st and 10. That's caught by Myers. Touchdown! Jakobi Myers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Ryan Switzer on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Mayfield down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Chubb will get the call, running left. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing Jones. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Switzer now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Man, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mayfield. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. High throw, but the catch is made. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Stevenson gets it again on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And Folk's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Switzer now to return. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Switzer now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A run for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, Jones. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here into the hands of Harry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. And I saw that lanes, and he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. J.J. Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on. Now Folk for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A solid stiff arm, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 75 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Pats are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there for the Patriots.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots continue to roll. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. New England on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin this drive with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming up. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So here are the Patriots to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's another carry for the fullback Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And Folks' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Deatrich Wise Jr. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Olszewski now to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
On 1st down, Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Pats, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.